Okay, so we're going to have a look at a currency question from the 2018 Junior Cert Higher Level paper. So it's question 3B, and we're told that Patrick paid £200 sterling for the weekend. He converted this money to dollars, and then we're given exchange rates for euro sterling and euro dollar. And we want to work out how many US dollars Patrick got for his £200 sterling. So one of the issues with this question is that we're being asked to convert sterling into dollars, but we're not given a sterling dollars exchange rate. We have exchange rates for euro sterling and euro dollars. One way we could do this question, and we might try it in a minute, is we could first convert the sterling to euros using the euro sterling exchange rate, and then convert that amount of euros to dollars using the dollars euro exchange rate. So that's one way we could do it. The other way we could do the question is we could find an exchange rate for sterling dollars. And how we could do that is, if we know that 1 euro is equal to 88 pence or 0.88 pounds sterling, and we know that 1 euros is equal to $1.18, well then what we can do is we can let those currencies equal each other. If 1 euro is equal to both 88 pence and $1.18, then 88 pence is equal to $1.18. Now underneath that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down that £200 would be equal to X. So that's the question we're trying to solve. So if 88 pence on the left is equal to $1.18 on the right, well then £200 on the left would be equal to how many dollars on the right? One quick thing we should do before we go on is we should note that the dollar number is greater here than the sterling number. And so when we convert the £200, we would expect that the right hand side here, the X value, would be a greater number than the £200. They're equal amounts, okay, one currency is obviously equal to the other currency, but in terms of an actual number, we can see that the right hand side, the dollar number, is a bigger number than the sterling number, so that just checks our answer. One really useful method that we can employ here is cross multiplying. So if we line up currencies in this way, where the pounds are on the left and the dollars are on the right, we can cross multiply to actually solve for X. So I'm going to multiply the X by the 0.88, and I'm going to multiply the 200 by the 1.18, and I let those equal to each other. So currency questions are always either multiplying or dividing. Sometimes they're a combination of both, as in this question. But the way we can make sure not to make any mistakes is, again, to put one currency on the left, put the other currency on the right, and then when they're lined up like this, we can cross multiply. So X by 0.88 is equal to 200 times 1.18. So if 0.88x is equal to 200 times 1.18, well then we divide both sides by 0.88, and we get that X is equal to 200 times 1.18 divided by 0.88, and then finally X is equal to 268.18, which means that £200 sterling is the equivalent of $268.18. So essentially, for every 88 pence we have, we get $1.18. And so we want to see how many 88 pences do we have in our £200, and then multiply that by the $1.18. And that's essentially what we're doing when we do the cross multiplying. So let's have a look at the other method, where we would have taken the pounds amount, which was 200, and first converted that into euros, and then converted that euro amount into dollars. So what we know is that 88 pence is equal to 1 euro. So if I divide 200 by 88 pence, I'll get my euro amount. So if I take out the calculator, and I'm going to divide 200 by 0.88, I can see that there is 227.27 euros in £200 sterling. Now I want to convert this euro amount into dollars, and I can see that 1 euro is $1.18. So if I multiply 227.27, the amount of euros I have, by 1.18, I'll get the dollar amount. So again, we'll take out the calculator, and we're going to multiply the 227.27, so we already have it here on our calculator, multiply that by 1.18, and we get 268.18 dollars. and we can see that that's the same answer that we got in the previous method.